Think about this for a second. It's Sunday morning. You've worked 60 hours this week, put out every fire at the office, and paid all the bills. You finally sit down on the couch, turn on the game, and open a cold drink. You haven't even been sitting for 5 minutes before you hear it, that loud, heavy sigh from the kitchen. Then comes the voice. Must be nice to just sit there while I'm doing everything. Suddenly, your 5 minutes of peace feels like a crime. Ever feel like your relaxation literally upsets your partner? Like your downtime is a personal attack on them? Maybe you're sleeping in after working overtime and she starts banging pots in the kitchen. Or you're watching a quick video and she suddenly finds 20 chores that need to be done right this second. It's not logical, and it's not about chores. There's a deep, hidden psychology behind why some people can't stand seeing a man at peace. Today, we're going to talk about why your rest feels like a threat to the person across the room. First, let's look at the anxiety enforcer. Let's talk about Mike. Mike works a tough job, breaking his back all week. But if he sits down for even 20 minutes, his wife finds a project for him. The trash that could have waited until tomorrow suddenly has to go out now. The thing is, for people like this, your rest triggers their own internal stress. They can't relax, so when they see you doing it, it's like a mirror showing them their own restlessness. To them, a man who is always on makes them feel safe. A man who is resting makes them feel like the world is falling apart. It's a weird kind of equality, where you share the work, but you never get to share the break. Does that sound like your house? Then there's what I call the utility trap. This is when a partner stops seeing you as a human and starts seeing you as a tool. Think about it. You're basically a machine that brings home a paycheck and fixes things. And machines don't need rest, right? When this guy tries to have a hobby, like working on a car or going to the gym, it's seen as a waste of time and money. The truth here is actually a bit darker. Some people want you tired because an exhausted man is easier to control. A tired man doesn't have the energy to argue or ask for more out of life. They don't want a partner, they want a provider robot. Is your partner protecting your peace, or are they just making sure the machine keeps running? But here's the real kicker: the shame game. This is when they use insults to make you feel like less of a man for needing a break. You'll hear things like, "My dad never sat around this much," or "I guess you're too tired to be a man today." They've been taught that if you aren't suffering, you don't love your family. They think the more exhausted you are, the more you care. Eventually, you start to believe it. You feel guilty the second you sit down. You've been trained to think that resting is a betrayal. Here's the bottom line. Rest isn't a bonus. It's a requirement. We live in a world where men are under massive stress, and ignoring your need to recharge is how you end up burnt out or worse. A high-value partner understands this. They want you healthy and rested because they know a rested man is a better father and a better husband. They don't attack your peace, they guard it. So, how does this land for you? Do you feel like you're being timed every time you sit down? Or maybe you realize you're the one who can't stop moving and you're taking it out on everyone else. We usually ignore these patterns because the truth is uncomfortable. But that's exactly where the answers are. If you're ready to see things as they really are, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep breaking down the patterns that actually run our lives. Go take that rest. You earned it. Thanks for watching.